Well, I'll give you guys the same message I just gave them. If you haven't had your ass whooped before, you just did. And it hurts, and it's not easy. But in this game, that's going to happen. And it's a part of the game. It stinks. It doesn't mean you didn't work hard. It didn't mean you didn't prepare. It means you didn't get the job done. And whether it's a 1-point loss or a 34-point loss, it's a good old-fashioned ass whooping at home, which hurts. And they beat us in every phase of the game today. Give them credit, it's a really, really good football team. And we knew coming in here that we were going to have to play and execute really, really well. And we did not do that today. And I mean that in all three phases. I take blame myself. Right there at the end of half, to be honest with you, probably playing right about the way that you want to be able to play, and probably in the situation that you really want to be in with about 35, 40 seconds to go in the half. And those last 40 seconds, unfortunately, completely turned a lot of things around, and then come out the second half in 4, 5, 6 plays, whatever it was. And obviously from there we kind of crumbled and didn't execute in any phase, and really, really difficult. That's a group in there that again, not saying what their expectations are. They all understand they have expectations, and they work their butts off to go out there and play this game. These 12 guaranteed opportunities to us, and this one is one that didn't go the way we had envisioned, and it has a lot to do with the way that we played. And a team like that, knowing that top 5 football team, class of college football in the last 20 years, you're going to have to earn it, and we didn't earn it today.
Jess, you got an up-close look at Milroe today. Just what is it that makes him just so dangerous, so tough to kind of contain?
It's a combination. I mean, they are willing to run him maybe a little bit more than I would have expected. But I mean, that's something that is a great equalizer for him. He throws a great deep ball, and they've got some guys that can go up and get it. And that obviously that hurt us in 3rd and 8 in the first quarter when those ones that are uncontested that you don't love. We got to do a better job at least making him earn those things. But he's a combination that makes it very difficult. And if he can connect down the field, that's something that's really tough to handle. I know that maybe he didn't do a great job of doing that last week, but that's a little bit different team. They got some guys back up front on the offensive line that make them even a little bit different.
Obviously, Alabama, a lot of talent in a lot of different areas, but I'm wondering, once you saw them on the field and your team matching up with them, was there any area that maybe they were a little tougher than even you would have anticipated until you saw them head-to-head?
That offensive line's better than, not that I thought, but I mean, it's a physical group that will flat get after you, and I was impressed just from the side of seeing that. And then, I mean, again, you got to play so sound. You got to play well down the field with the the talent that they have, that the size, the wideouts, and the speed. But you got to be able to contain the quarterback too. So there were some things we did pretty well. Making them earn things in the first half. I think that was the whole philosophy, is to make them earn things in the first half. We got to leverage the football, and we got to swarm to the ball. And when you do that, you have a chance to to force guys back inside, try to create some turnovers, and that's not what we did. When they had their bigger plays, there were shots down the field, and it was when, even when Milroe broke the edge. And, later in the second half, we fell out of character to ourselves, and, that's disheartening, but those kinds of things are, I think a lot more correctable.
Coach, what positives can you take from a game like this?
Well, I'll tell you in about 3 days, because you really see who really cares. And I don't mean that guys don't care, but I mean like that who doesn't listen to the noise, who doesn't hear all the things that people want to tell them that they can't do, right? Then I'll tell you what, the positives, because an ass whooping's an ass whooping, but if you can get back up and move forward, then you can grow from it. But if you can't, and it demoralizes you and it keeps you down and it puts you back and it makes you lose confidence, then there's nothing positive about it. So obviously there's some guys that did some things that make some plays. We'll figure that out. But I think it's more about the whole and finding out, what kind of heart, what kind of passion we have for this, and what kind of leadership do we have.
Luke, when we were talking in camp, you talked about the importance of cutting down the fumbles, and that's something that's kind of been an Achilles heel the first 3 weeks here. Do you see a through line or something that's happening more often than not about these fumbles? I know everyone's their own situation, but
I don't know. I mean, we went live much more this year. We went live in spring ball. We went live every third day in camp. You would think that you would be better at taking care of the football with all the live action that you've had, and unfortunately, we're not. And it's cost us. It's put us in really tough situations, in the first couple games, and I think it cost us, big time today. You can't give a team like that the ball twice inside your own 25, 30-yard line, with the momentum and the spark that, people think that it's just about, big plays, right? All the analytics will tell you that turnovers don't matter as much as big plays do. And I tell you that's not the case because of the energy, the momentum that is created. And they did a great job of that. And if we don't correct that and we don't find a way to take care of the football, and we'll struggle.
Luke, I know the game just ended and you don't know exactly what the future holds, but at the quarterback position, is there any chance that maybe Matoyer could be in a position to...
What do you do moving forward to adjust, get into the meat and veg of the system? One thing on offense and defense that you just go, damn, we got to fix this going into
Well, we got to fix the turnovers. We just said that. And I think that the ability to take care of the football, we knew we wanted to take some shots today. I think we strategically had some shots. We just didn't hit them, and that's the difference in the ball game. They have 2 or 3 shots down the field that maybe are more open than ours, and they make really good plays and catch and throws. I'm not saying that's the only difference in the ball game. And then defensively, we got to find a way to create some turnovers. We got to find a way to create more havoc. I thought in the first half we did a solid job of doing and executing the game plan of making sure we leverage the football and swarm. And until right there at the very end where he breaks loose a little bit and scores the touchdown, and then we give up the big plays. But there are things to build from, but it's going to be more about what the heart and soul is. Where's the head and the mind? Because it's a long season, a long game, and we're going to have to get back up and get back to swinging.
Yeah, Luke, I know you don't want to make excuses, but how defeating is it just to see Tyler go down after it looked like there was some momentum on that first series?
Well, it's not defeating at that moment, right? I mean, you go through those scenarios, you do those things. It's defeating. You feel bad for the kid. We've all been through it, unfortunately. A guy that's, done what he's done, come, a long way, coming here for 1 year and putting in all that he put in. We unfortunately, we've seen a little bit of this last year with a guy that had dedicated so much to it and then getting hurt. Unfortunately, it's a part of the game, It is hard. It's hard on me not because just the team, but because of the kid. And but unfortunately, it's a part of the game. We'll find out. I don't know. I can't say exactly what has happened just yet to him. But it is it's a gut punch. But that's when you find out what the rest of the crew's made of, and we're going to find out.